Hi, this is Jack from Alpha Charts with a stocks to watch video. Today is October 24th, 2021. Before we get started, this video is for informational purposes only. These are not recommendations to buy, sell, or hold any stocks or security. I may hold positions in some of the equities mentioned. Know your time frame and risk tolerance. And today we have Stella, who is going to join us. So just so you know about that. If I do something weird, it's because I have a dog on my lap. All right. Market is in a nice little uptrend again. Everything looks good. It's just basing, may need a few more days to base, but I think the bulls are still in control of this market. So let's look at some items. 10 actionable, 3 soon, 7 patience. I have 4 for jet fuel scan. We're going to do the recap, top 5. And also I have a bunch of crypto that look like it's starting to set up. Maybe over the next week or two, we may see some big moves in that. So I'm going to talk about 9 crypto names that look pretty good. All right, a lot to go over. I don't want to waste your time. Let's do this. First one is AFRM. AFRM has this nice IPO base that it made. It broke out, right over here, moves higher. This is the first real consolidation. I guess you could say this was a little bit here too. First consolidation that I felt comfortable buying on decreased volume. Earnings coming up. This one looks really good. DOCN, it's just, I've been an absolute beast. As it pulled back, this was a possible entry here. And this one looks like you could enter it here for a decent risk reward. As long as it obeys this 9-day EMA, you can use 10-day, you can use the 11-day, but that shorter moving average. MARA, we had the breakout, we had the retest. This is the area that should hold, right? So I like the risk reward here. As the moving averages start to catch up with it again, if this can move higher, you see, it's been on decreasing volume. If this can move higher, that looks pretty good. HUT is another one, same kind of space, same kind of look to the chart. So you see which one that you like better, but nice big base, little handle right there, right? Cup and handle. Now it's a retest of the breakout. Pretty strong looking chart for an entry here. Again, you're wrong pretty quick, and so it'd be a small loss if it does continue lower. Unity Software, started moving higher. Now this is the consolidation that we were looking for. If you want a new entry into this name, that's you. MNTV. So this one had this big, 9% or so, but overall it's been, 3 and 5 and then 9. So it's been a pretty good, decent sized move up here. And then it started to just go sideways, holding the VWAP from the gap. And now the moving averages are starting to catch up again. So so this one back into the moving averages, potentially nice accumulation volume. So MNTV, SNOW, SNOW. Again, this is the IPO base that it made. This little handle-ish or inverse head and shoulders, whatever you want to call this base. And then it broke out, zooming in. It's got this nice little consolidation like a lot of the other charts I'm showing you this past week. So it didn't have much price advancement, but it consolidated to give everyone maybe another chance to get involved if they choose to. That's SNOW, SNOW. Next up is DASH, DASH. So here's the IPO base. And now it is trying to, very similar to the other chart, right? Make kind of a inverse head and shoulders or base or cup and handle or whatever you want to call this. Anyway, so there's your downtrend line. There's your overhead supply. If it breaks above the downtrend line, that's your early entry. More traditional would be above the this area right here. So there you go on DASH, DASH. MDB, again, these are all actionable, almost done here. It had the big gap up right there on 26% gap, and then 26% move, I should say. And then it just kind of is basing out here. Everything's looking good. So this would be a traditional breakout if it does, over 515-ish. That looks pretty good. The last one is going to be IS. This is Iron Source, and it's a newer name, and it's trying to get over this area right here, which was the bottom of the IPO day and just been kind of a significant area in the past. So it's trying to get over that area. So I think if it does, that could be a place to potentially get long. All right, a few that are maybe a little more, need a little bit more time. APP looks really good, just maybe needs to consolidate a little bit more, let the moving averages catch up. MP, same thing, looks really good. I love it in this kind of this base. Just have earnings coming up kind of soon, so maybe too soon, but I like that one a lot. And MP and AEHR is another one. And this one could actually be almost actionable too. It's kind of consolidating right into the moving averages. I just want to make sure that it's not going to come back anymore, or you close that gap or something like that, so it could potentially come back a little bit more. So just something I'm watching, but this one looks amazing also, AEHR. All right, and some of them need a little bit of patience. It may be because they're extended or because earnings are right around the corner. First one will be Upwork, and it's a great looking double bottom, but earnings are this week, so we need to be careful with that. And that could potentially be the confirmation or not of that double bottom. So definitely one to watch. DDOG, it's one I've been watching. I should have been involved with, but it shook me out, I think, on this day right here. Anyway, and then it just kind of took off. So now it's a little bit extended. So just a little bit of patience on that. OWL, nice IPO base, which is SPAC, obviously, broke out. Now it's extended. So just need a little bit of patience on there. BROS. This one looks great too. Again, just never gave me that comfortable entry. I should have gone to a 65 or a 30-minute chart. I could have maybe got in over here, but I didn't. So it's taking off. It's doing amazing, but needs a little patience to create a new area to manage risk against. JMF just took off, man. Oof, what a great spot. This could have been an area right here, maybe this right here, but that's the perfect spot right there, right? This day, boom. All right, that's just a little bit of patience. And some of the solar names are looking great. Here's Nova and OVA, and looks great. It does have earnings this week, so be careful with that. But if you can get above this, 4150-ish area, that looks really good. And SPWR, another one, looks great. Earnings coming up really soon, so just be aware of that. Maybe a little bit extended, but the solar names look really good. There's others out there too. You could check out the whole TAN ETF if you're looking for solar names. This is the ETF of solar, so you check that out. All right, let's do a recap of, let's do jet fuel first. Jet fuel names. Kirkland's, right? If inflation is coming, retail should probably be doing good. High short float, so just understand that. But this one looks good, actually pretty actionable right here, moving to the upside. Next up is Love, LOVE. Probably could have entered it right here, should have entered it right here. Nice little, if there was a little bit of pullback, that may give a good entry. But again, it's starting to recreate the right side of this base. Then we'll see what happens. It's LOVE. SKYT, Skywater Technology, same thing, looking real good. Earnings coming up, just be careful with that. And Arch Coal's been really hot. We've talked about it many times in the past. Now it's pulling back right into the moving averages. That looks good. Earnings next week, so just be careful. All right, let's recap last week. SI was on my list. It had earnings. We were aware of that. We said that could go either way, and obviously it went the wrong direction, but it's starting to build out again. So it may be okay going forward, but just that one wasn't so good. MRVL, kind of sideways for the week. Not much progress, just a little bit, but not terrible. Wasn't a loser. Owl, this was a good one, right? So popped out, kept higher, looks really good. The ROS I had last week. This one was a huge winner. Bought it here 53, 68, that's good. And JAMF, was also a nice big winner from last week. So one loser, we knew it was SI, and we knew that there was a chance it could gap down, which it did. Marvel was even, and Owl Bros and JMF all good. Going into this week, my new top 5 are AFRM. This one looks really good, very actionable. Mara, again, the risk reward's right there, right? If you're wrong, you'll know quick. And if you're right, it should hopefully pop from here. MNTV. This one may need a little bit more time. I'm not sure on this one, but I like it as long as it stays above, this $24 level. I think that's the key level for it, right? IS. Same thing, looking for the breakout here, right? Above 1175-ish, 1180. I think this one could potentially be a nice long. I like how the VWAP from the IPO is starting to move higher, and the moving averages are now aligned higher too. And the last one is AEHR. This one may need a little bit more time because it may have to come back here and retest here. But again, it's right into the moving averages. If I was going to play this one, which I do not have a position currently, I would look for maybe another day or two of it consolidate, or even maybe a little pullback, and then to go. I could be wrong. We'll see. All right, those were my top 5 going into this week. And now let's talk crypto, right? Just go here. And okay, so we'll start from the bottom up. That's fine. Vet's looking pretty good. I had this area right here starting to move higher, starting to see accumulation coming in, so that doesn't look so bad. But one that I love is FTM, Phantom. It's pulling higher now. It's up 10% today, particularly. But again, I love this retest right here, and then the pop higher. That's perfect. Polkadot. Here's DOT, and this is from the IPO, or not IPO, but initial coin offering, ICO, I guess they're called. And it's consolidating right below there very nicely. So it may need a little bit more time, but watch DOT. If it breaks out from there, it can move very fast. Matic. Here's Matic. Again, it had run up pretty high back here in May, and now it's kind of consolidating underneath this area that has acted as resistance. So again, a nice little pop right there, and this can definitely move higher. Yeah, Solana looks amazing. Huge accumulation in this particular name. Again, it tried to pop out. It needed a little bit more time, let the moving averages catch up, but things are looking really good for Solana. Here's Atom coming back into the moving averages, and this area of potential support looks a lot like the FTM. I think this one has a good chance of popping pretty soon. Let's see what else we got here. AVAX, which is Avalanche, looks really good. It kind of broke out, and you could even probably move this or make a new one, right around here. And again, it pulled back into it, and then boom, popped up. And I think this one has a good chance of moving higher also. Let's see what else we got here. XLM. Stella, that looks pretty good. Let's see, there's your ETH. And it has this beautiful little kind of cup and handle, or VCP, not really cup and handle. I couldn't really call it that, but VCP. And this one looks like it wants to move higher to all-time highs. It tried one time, didn't really work, but looks pretty good. And of course, Bitcoin tried to break out. It failed breakout right there, right? So we have to be careful with that. It needs to consolidate here. You don't want to see further weakness with a failed breakout. That could get ugly pretty quick. But Bitcoin going to all-time highs. It just has a nice little look to it. Hopefully it'll kind of consolidate here and then kind of break out right there. But a lot of crypto is looking really good, setting up hopefully for a run in the next week or two. So good luck with that if you're interested in those things. I'm a buy and hold person, so I don't trade crypto at all. But they do look like they do want to move higher. All right, there you go. There is a lot of stuff to think about for this weekend. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, my Alpha Charts 365 on Twitter. Please like and subscribe to my Facebook. Oh my God, to my YouTube account. I appreciate that. I'm not on Facebook, just so you know. And y'all have a great day. Thanks. Bye.